Thanks for your help last time. Not here yet. I told him not to waste time. Oh? Ryoma's not filled you in yet. We're here to take back Master Shoin's remains. Did you ever get to meet Master Shoin? Sadly, I never got the chance to learn from him myself. But I do know what he stood for, and what he wanted. He was truly noble. He tried to make this country a better place despite his lowly station. We can't let them defile his remains. Seems there's been a rash of corpse pillaging lately. People stealing innards to sell as medicine.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, you're here. Did Izo already fill you in? We're going to sneak into the temple and locate Master Shoin's remains. You all set? They'd be too emotional about the whole thing. We need to keep our cool and not cause a scene. Moving out. That didn't go exactly as planned, but at least Master Shoin's remains are intact. We'll hold a proper service when we get him to Saihoji Temple. Izo, will you contact Genzui and his men? Izo?
Master Shoin tried to reason with the corrupt agents of the shogunate. But his reward was a wholesale purge, and this pile of bodies. Our local officials are no better. Trying to achieve mutual understanding is a fool's errand. In the end, he who has the power to strike down his foes wins. I wonder, is this what Master Shoin meant when he bid us all to rise?
Izo?
Don't worry. I heard you. I'll get Genzui and the rest.
I suppose that's one interpretation of Master Shoin's teachings. What do you think? Right. You're totally right. I shouldn't be surprised you know me better than I do. It seems Izo's got something on his mind, and he may be dangerously close to putting it into action. I get it. Nothing changes if we don't take action. But what are we really fighting for here? We need to take a long, hard look before we leap.
It's good to see you both. Listen, the British are building their legation on Gotanyama, and our plan is to burn it down. Naturally, it's not going to be easy. So I've asked a few of our younger comrades to lend us their assistance. Our people have also been watching the comings and goings at the legation. Their reports include mention of a samurai with a peculiar hand. Must be the samurai you're looking for, right? Well, what do you say to helping us out? I didn't want to twist your arm like that, but please understand that my priority is the safety of my men. It's better to have you there. I hear that samurai made an appearance when we attacked Harris. I know we are dealing with the British this time, but they might repeat their behavior. Marvelous. My thanks. Ryoma, would you consider joining us too? Your presence would be much appreciated.
I hear the legation was a parting gift from the Red Demon. Makes it hard to ignore. So yeah, I'm along for the ride.
My thanks. Now, I know I'm the one asking for your help, but I don't think I'll be able to join you. I'm in the middle of talks with the Lord of Choshu and his chief retainers. Genzui and the others have assembled near Gotenyama. Can I count on you to go?
I imagine you've got things to take care of. Let's meet around Gotenyama later.
Look at this place. It's more like a fortress.
Indeed. With the Americans fading from the scene, the British are making a show of their power.
When they finish that damn thing, we're in trouble. We'll never get them out.
Kasaka!
Yamagata, what took you so long? Anito, glad you could make it.
It's a terrible shame what happened to Master Shoin. But mark my words. I will personally make sure his death wasn't in vain.
Mr. Takasugi, it's been quite a while.
Ito, I've got a job for you. I want you to put on a fireworks show.
And by that you mean destroying a certain building.
Exactly. Now the Red Demon's gone, the foreigners are next. Let's torch them in the cholera they brought. The smoke will rise as a beacon for our cause.
Been well, I trust? As one who has seen a great deal of the world, I would have to say, I do. In fact, you are a fine example yourself. Do you know the saying, there is virtue in harmony? I believe the Japanese live true to these words, even now. Though I wonder how deeply felt this sentiment is, if it is not just some way to avoid conflict. But I suppose I'll never know. It must have been over 10 years ago when I met a certain photographer. He invited me to take some photos with him. And from that moment on, I was hooked. We gallivanted all over with our cameras. Those were the days. The allure of photography is its power to capture the fleeting in perpetuity. You'll come to understand that in time, I'm sure. Naturally, or so I'd like to say, but that isn't always the case. Your best work can often go ignored. All too often, I'm afraid. However, my Japanese landscapes have garnered some good repute. In fact, more and more customers are looking to buy from me. Many want souvenirs to take home to their countries. Indeed, I am not the only one who is taken with this rapidly changing land.
Ah, there you are. Let's get started.
Get a good look. These British gents desire a grand castle.
They've got guts, all right. Especially their boss, Arkok.
You go with the diversionary team. Stir up some action down below and get the attention of the guards. Ito and Yamagata will start a fire while you keep them occupied. Give them a good fight, then head up to the legation yourselves. If all goes well, once we've regrouped, we go after Alcock. Are you all clear on the plan? You're quick on the uptake. Bodes well. All right, we will get into position. Be on watch to strike.
Damn you to hell! You savage!
I'm glad you have a talent for arson. Why are you so intent on provoking the British? You saved me the trouble of provoking the British.
They will pay. I will make sure they It's the same fate.
No! Gensui! You've got too far!
This is just the beginning. Wake up, people of Japan! As the smoke rises, so shall we! So shall we!
This is no better than the Red Demon.
Look, Master.
I hear Genzui saved a seat for you at his party. Seems he's celebrating burning down the British legation. Well, you feel the same, right? Harming innocent bystanders isn't any kind of success, no matter how pleased Genzui and the others might be. Do they really think that's the right way to forge a new nation? What do we even want Japan to be? That's not one of my strong suits. I've only ever done what I felt was right. Well, no point worrying about it now. I'd better find a way to cheer myself up. Guess I'm heading to the Pleasure District. Join us later, if the mood strikes you.
All right, though I may not be the right person to ask. Too high! Oh, why, it is an earthly paradise. The Miyazaki and Yoshiwara are home to the most beautiful women in the land. Indeed, I will never forget my first visit to such a world of sensory delight. Takasugi served as my guide. Boy, did I cut loose that night. But when at last it came time to pay the bill, I came up short. So, I had somebody run and fetch Katsura. Let me tell you, never have I seen that mild-mannered man so angry. When I heard the Red Demon was continuing his oppression, I couldn't idly watch from the safety of my domain. But I never once imagined that Master Shoin would be arrested. I nearly fell over when I heard the news. If only I could have spoken to him before he died. My failure to do so will surely haunt me for as long as I live. The very least I can do is help others to carry out his last will and testament.
What is it? Too often to count, but I have absolutely no intention of letting that happen. It never takes more than a little disguise to give them the slip. I do worry about relying too much on that method, though. I was dressed as a woman one night when a strange man started harassing me. Thinking back, his breath stunk of sake. I suppose in his drunken stupor, he must have thought I was a vision of beauty. I never realized how dangerous drinking really is. Tell me I'm wrong.
All right. Out with it. So, that's how you see me, eh? I suppose we could chalk it up to the times we live in. There are so many challenges vying for one's attention. Hence my constant need for a pipe. I well know tobacco to be an indulgence, but the day I stop smoking it is the day I end up looking more severe than ever. Princess Atsuko was adopted by Lord Shimazu at the age of 17. Since then, she has lived to carry out the duties assigned to her. Immured within the inner sanctum of Edo Castle, she has had to wage a lonely fight for government reform. And her sole consolation is that feline. Which perhaps explains the inordinate amount of affection she showers upon it.
I wonder if everyone else has arrived. Well, shall we head inside? If I can find a woman with a bit of spirit, I might even enjoy myself.
Ah, I hadn't expected to see you here. Thanks to you, I made the passage to America. I only came back yesterday, in fact. Why, it was full of surprises. The government and education system are naturally quite different, but even their way of thinking is so unlike ours. I was talking about America in the other room just now, actually. I'm, not terribly experienced with this sort of place. I was told to come here to chat over some nibbles and drinks, and couldn't exactly refuse. I wasn't the one footing the bill, after all. Never mind. Forget that I said anything. Hey, how would you like to hear a story or two about the trip? Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but the Kaishukatsu, despite his big talk before setting off about being a Navy man, gets very, very seasick indeed. Oops. I talk far too much when I've had a drink. Let's continue this chat some other day. There's something I'd like to get your thoughts on, too. I'll just stay here and, sober up a little. Till next time.
Hey, tell this fellow how good I am. My secret techniques are quite something. Am I right? I'm talking about my secret techniques. You know, the secret arts from Choshu.
Do you two happen to know this man? Could you kindly stop him bothering me?
He's 3 sheets to the wind. Even the two of us might have a hard time with him.
Hang on, you've never witnessed my techniques, have you? Well, you're in for a treat! Really? I can't keep on waiting!
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. See you around.
Not exactly the type of guy you normally see around here. I wonder who he was.
With this, we take one step forward toward realizing Master Shoin's vision. Kampai!
That place would have been a breeding ground for cholera. We were right to burn it to the ground.
Speaking of cholera, a firework display to honor all who have died is to be held by the Sumida River.
It's a shameless attempt to curry favor with the masses. But I'm all for fireworks. Blaze bright and vanish. Hell, that's how I want to go.
Listen up, men. It's time we began the next stage of the plan. The Red Demon is dead, and the British legation in ashes. We have the momentum to finish off the shogunate. We'll take control and defend our land from the West's control.
Here, here. And forge the world. Master Shoin, envision!
Then I have a proposition for the next step in ousting the shogunate. Kill Kaishu Katsu! Glad you're keeping up. With the Red Demon gone, he is at the heart of the shogunate. And word is he'll be attending the fireworks.
Katsu? I've heard he's just another aspiring windbag. Is killing him even worth the trouble?
It's the aspiring ones that you have to watch. Not that I need to rely on a drunkard for advice. Let's keep numbers low, to avoid drawing attention. Ready to head to the river and finish him? We can't afford to miss this chance. We'll have plenty more opportunities to drink. Great. We're counting on you. Sakamoto, you'll join us, won't you?
I guess. If it's what Master Shoin would have wanted.
I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and scope it out. Let us meet at the Azuma Bridge.
Perhaps, if you are not too busy, would you care to accompany me outside for a change of pace? Let us be off then. I am afraid I am rather out of sorts. Day or night, all I seem to think about is you. I assumed it was mere lovesickness, but oh, how I suffer and suffer. So much so, I fear I shall cough up blood. What a fool I am to have fallen in love with a customer. But gaining freedom from my bondage seems a hopeless dream. Even so, do you think that you could love me? Adayu courtesan? And could you express it in words? I understand. No, of course. Love between us could never be more than a fantasy. I was a fool to suggest it during this time of national crisis. I bid you forget tonight's little encounter entirely. Farewell.
You had no trouble getting here, I trust. Katsu is a very prominent figure. He's likely to be in one of the boats in the middle. Once the fireworks start, you'll need to find him without anyone seeing you. You could navigate the boat's roofs, or you could swim there. I'll leave it to you and Sakamoto to do the deed. I'll stay here and keep the Shogun's men away. So, are you all set to kill Katsu? The fireworks are about to begin. Hold on until then.
Not bad. Well, I suppose the two of you have fallen in with those thugs who want war with the shogunate. Fighting is such a bore. Someone should collect all the army's gunpowder. Then we could really have a firework display.
The rebels went too far, but they're right to want war. The shogunate killed Master Shoin!
So you're going to overthrow the shogun? Fine. Then what? Surely you don't think you can sink the black ship with that sword?
If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. Well, got something?
I do, actually. I plan to build Japan a navy. With black ships of our own, foreigners will think twice before sailing into our waters. Am I wrong? As for the shogunate, you're not wrong. It's a lame duck. Seen from the inside, that's clear as day. But have you considered it'd be quicker to fix it than to spend all your time overthrowing it? So how about it? Do you two want to help me out? Murder, arson. Is that what Shoin wanted?
The letters arrived from Katsu himself. It seems he wants our help with something. Ever since that night, I've been itching to take action. I want to help change our nation. But there has to be a better way. I'm sorry for dragging you into all this. I truly am. But I'd wager Katsu will be able to help you. That's not quite it. We still believe in the same thing. We want to change Japan. But the way Genzui is doing things, history is bound to repeat itself. Katsu's working out his own vision for what this country could be. You remember what he said on the boat, don't you? I think it's fate things ended up this way, even if I do still feel a little adrift. My gut says to see how far we can go together with Katsu. This isn't the end of the road with Genzui, though. We'll work with Katsu for now, but we're not abandoning Genzui and the others. We should make our way to Katsu's place in Akasaka. He'll be waiting for us there.
Need something? Oh, all right, I suppose. Only ever in the company of comrades like Kosaka and Ito. After all, I care little for flashy entertainers. I didn't come all the way to Edo to gallivant in the pleasure district. It'd be a shame if my aspirations were thwarted by sheer debauchery. Through abstinence and the weathering of trials, one discovers unexpected paths forward. At least that's my theory. Put simply, it is a means to both carry out one's aspirations and to protect others. That is why I never neglect my training. One must strive to become ever stronger if there are things one wishes to protect. The same can be said of a nation. Indeed, Japan must build its military strength, lest its land and people be swallowed by Western powers. We will need a strong army to build a government for our people that is capable of withstanding foreign pressures. Don't you agree? Master Shoin taught me a great deal. I used to believe that philosophy would only interfere with one's combat training. Hence, the lateness of my joining his school. But once I began my studies, I realized how utterly ignorant I'd been. Unfortunately, Master Shoin moved to Yokohama a month after my arrival. What I did learn in that short time I studied under him will likely stay with me for the rest of my life.
What can I do for you? Go ahead. I have great respect for them. Sakamoto, Takatsugi, everyone. They care deeply for the future of our country. They're also very kind. Whenever I needed help, they were always there for me. I just wish they would let me help them too. Do I look so frail and useless, I wonder? Ah! So many of my cards have returned! Oh, I am so glad I put my trust in you. Frankly, I had all but assumed you would lose interest in helping me. You really are a strange one, going out of your way to rescue so many of my cats. A rare talent, indeed. In any event, we have yet to find all of my cats. And I am not sure how much longer they will last. I assume that you did not expect me to own so many. Perhaps that is cause for concern. But that is beside the point. I would be ever so grateful if you could find the rest of my little lovelies. I promise you will not go unrewarded.
At present, I cannot say whether I like them or loathe them. Why, even Takuski makes use of their weapons. I suppose that what matters most is whether associating with them will be for the good of the people or not. The Shogunate loves to pick on the little guy. If it means we can avoid that kind of thing, I don't see why we cannot get along well with our guests from overseas. In any event, I'd like to travel to the West someday. Whether I go to fight or to study, I must learn what lies behind its strength.
So, you made it. Now, before we go any further, let me make clear that I have no wish to fight you.
Don't worry. We've decided to take you at your word.
In that case, let us begin. Now, to revive the Shogunate, we must learn from the West, but also call on our nation's strengths. But we need recruits, be it in the army, medicine, or the martial arts. And that's where you come in. I'm grateful, but the two of you alone will not suffice. We need large numbers of able swordsmen for an imminent operation. Ryoma, you practice Hokushin Ito Ryu, I believe. You know Hachiro Kiyokawa, I trust?
Yes, we've trained together countless times. I've learned a lot from him.
I want you to ask him to help the Shogunate. It seems he is in the Chiba Dojo. I sense this request is best coming from you. Of course. I didn't expect you to render your services for free. Who are you looking for? I see. It'll take some time, but I'll see what I can turn up. I'm sure I can find at least a few clues while you tackle the work I set you. Quid pro quo, as they say in the West. I'm counting on you to get us the help we need. While we must be prepared to stand up to the West, we cannot ignore the needs of our people. That will only aid our foes. Above all, it is cholera which demands our attention. There is an expert in Western medicine working on a cure right now in Kanda. I want to make sure that remains their sole focus. Would you go talk to them? See what you can do. I see you are no fool. In fact, a French military officer is currently here at our invitation, training our forces in the Western style. The esteemed Admiral Enomoto is grappling with this as we speak, but all is not going to plan. Go to the Hanzamon Gate and lend him a hand. Very well. Please, do not let me down. Now I'm afraid I have other business to attend to. Come and see me once you have done what I asked of you.
Do you mind if I leave the military stuff to you? That kind of thing's not really my forte. Thanks. Don't worry, I won't make you take care of everything. I'll do what I can to help.
Reflexively drawing one's sword is the preserve of fools. You have to think through the consequences before you make the decision to escalate. You know, I was once enamored of the romantic notion of the samurai, living life by the blade. But that time is past. Somehow I've gone up in the world, and have to live by its stuffy rules instead. But you, as a Ronin, you can decide whether or not to draw your sword. I have to admit, I'm a little envious. Who's been spreading rumors about me? Guess I can't hide anything from you. While I love to watch boats go by, being aboard one, bobbing about in the water, that's a whole different matter. When we fought on that boat, I honestly felt so sick I thought I was going to give up the ghost there and then. But you wouldn't have known it to look at me, would you? I'm an Edo boy, through and through. We can grin and bear anything. Why, it's gotta be grilled eel. That tantalizing aroma, the sweetness of the rich glaze. It's the quintessential Edo dish. Other than that, I can't resist a sweet treat. Like dumplings filled with sweet bean paste and mochi. Oh, but I truly love foreign confections. I don't have them too often, but I tell you, they taste simply out of this world. You know what I thought when I first tried them? We need to whip Japan into shape if we want to measure up to the countries who make those things. And that's when I knew I had to reform the shogunate. Just kidding.
What's that? My father was a smart man, a scholar who even balanced the daimyo's books. But due to his social standing, he was treated like dirt. How can we hope to catch up with the West when a soldier's son must become a soldier and a retainer's son must walk the same path? When I saw how Western society works, how those with ability are rewarded regardless of their station at birth, I was deeply moved. I want Japan to adopt this principle at all costs. For the sake of my late father, too.
Ah, perfect timing. Katsu says dinner is on him. He wants to thank us for all the work we've done. And to be honest, I still have a lot of questions for him. Well, care to join us? Excellent. Let's be on our way then.
Ah, you're here.
So, where are we off to, Katsu? I'm looking forward to this.
I'm afraid my invitation was merely a pretext to ask another favor of you. Mind if we discuss the matter over our meal? Thanks. You can be sure I'll pay you back for this. Everyone good with my usual haunt? Busy as we've been, I haven't eaten there in a while. At long last, the Shogunate fleet's taking shape. Even the crew's beginning to look the part. The hardest part's yet to come, though. And I'll be counting on your help in the days ahead. There's no shortage of those who say the Shogunate can't be trusted. Hence all these divine punishments. Have you heard? People are taking it upon themselves to punish those who deal with foreigners. Damn fools. They ought to try sinking the black ships that started it all.
Ryoma! What are you doing here?
Izo? Ah, I didn't realize you were on duty today.
By your confusion, I'll take it you're out of the loop. On Ryoma's recommendation, I've hired Izo as my bodyguard. Speaking of which, where the hell have you been? Well, now that you're here, you can come along for a meal with us.
Well, what do you think, Izo? Katsu has real vision, doesn't he? Bet he taught you a thing or two.
Indeed, he's a great man. You know, he didn't come from money, had no pedigree, but you would be hard-pressed to find anyone with a mind as shrewd or judgment as keen. And yet he treats everyone as his equal, even the lowly people like me. I can't help but feel that if he were to take the reins, the shogunate would regain its former glory.
Ryoma, for better or worse, Izo sees things in black and white. He's beyond my help. He's convinced that because some officials are responsible for the people's suffering, simply killing the right men in power will fix everything.
So, nothing's changed since we were in Yokohama.
I had a feeling Izo was going to turn on me before long. I had thought Ryoma was the only one who could reach him. That's exactly why. I hope you don't think too badly of me for it. Sorry, let's do dinner another day. And I really am going to make this up to you.
Izo's got Master Shoin's teachings all wrong. I thought maybe if he talked to Katsu, he'd quickly realize his mistake. Talking to you always makes me feel better. But I just can't look the other way. It's clear we have to do something about Izo. Far too much blood will be spilled if we leave him be.
Oh, it's you. I understand you work for Katsu now. That being the case, there's a duty I would have you perform. I was the wife of the previous shogun, you know. There's no hiding such things from me. But I speak in jest. Katsu serves the shogunate. It stands to reason I have dealings with them. The duty in question is the protection of the shogunate vassals. Following the purge, resentment towards the shogunate has continued to grow. And of late, I've been feeling uneasy. Without definite proof of a threat, however, I can't set people to work. Thus, I would turn to you for help. If you have any other questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I wish I did, but I can't say anything for certain. I'd be happy if it turns out it was all in my mind. So, will you do it? Will you protect our retainers? Wonderful. I can see why Katsu places his trust in you. If something were to happen, it would be after everyone has left the castle. You may stand by in the area till then. It appears I was right to feel uneasy. Katsu's escort has not returned. Deishu Takahashi. He's a warrior of great skill, and I like to think there's no need to worry. Still, we can't afford to lose Katsu. Not now, of all times. I will come with you. As much as it pains me to do so, I must ask her to hold the fort. It be just a little while. I have made my decision. Let's be on our way.
Phew. I feared the worst for a moment there. Sorry for the hassle. You You're from Satsuma, aren't you?
What if I am?
Well, well, this is quite the predicament. If she were to find out about this...
It seems the situation is under control. I'm glad both you and Takahashi are safe. As for the villain... What? Nakamura?
Princess! What are you doing here?
I should ask you that. With Lord E's death, Satsuma should have made peace with the shogunate. Yet, here you are making trouble.
With all due respect, I think that's a mistake. The shogunate should not have opened up Japan. It isn't fit to rule. Mr. Saigo would surely say the same.
Imbecile! The Saigo I knew would never think of doing something so foolish as attacking Katsu. I won't listen to any more of this nonsense. You'll be dealt with later. Now be gone from my sight! Forgive me. It's just... I wasn't expecting to see a familiar face. Of late, I had been feeling that something was amiss at the residence. In hindsight, that must have been the source of my unease. The blame for this incident lies with the Satsuma. We've caused a great deal of trouble, and for that, I apologize. Katsu is the rarest of men. One who possesses both ambition and talent. It wouldn't do to have him leave us in such a manner.
Please, you'll make me blush. So, as to what happens next. It'd cause complications with the Satsuma if we punished Nakamura. I believe it'd be best to simply pretend none of this happened.
As you say. My thanks, Katsu. I must thank you as well. Your service will not go unrewarded.
Hey, you're Ronin, right? How would you like to do some work for me? It's nothing difficult, just a little errand, really. You see, there's a rumor that folk around here are being spirited away by the gods. While I've never been one to believe in such mystical happenings, the fact is a number of people have gone missing. My hunch tells me something is suspicious with a nearby village. What I want you to do is go there and investigate. If I went to my superiors, they'd only tell me to get hard evidence. I have to find a lead first, anything at all. Oh, I have. And too many times, judging by the sidelong looks the villagers give me. I need someone new who won't draw their attention. For a Ronin, you're pretty easy to deal with. You can rest assured I'll make it worth your trouble. Now then, the village in question lies that way. Find out whatever you can about the disappearances. I'm counting on you. Hey, how did things go in the village? I thought something was amiss, but to think that the whole village was involved. One wrong step, and I might have been spirited away myself. Well, now that the mystery is solved, we can lay the victims to rest. I'm sorry I looked down on you for being a Ronin at first. Indeed, I'm glad I asked you for help. Thanks for everything.